Just treat everybody like you want to be treated. My name is Gae Callaway. I am a PowerUp hero of networking, and my superpower is connecting people.
Hi, I'm Lisa Wisner, the host of PowerUp Hero, a show about being the hero of your story. PowerUp Hero is all about living a powered up life, because let's face it, y'all, living your best life and juggling a busy workload can be close to impossible. Sometimes it can feel like you have unimaginable mountains to climb and you have to pull superpowers to get it all done. Our world today needs heroes more than you can ever imagine. I mean, I can't even imagine a time when a hero was not needed than now. Being a hero is all about being a strong, celebrated leader in our community. In fact, I like to say that a PowerUp hero has strength for two. This show is about sharing stories behind the people who've been nominated as PowerUp heroes and the mission they're on and the life that they have built as proud heroes in our community. Through this show, I hope that you will become the best version of yourself as you hear about our change agent, how they are a hero for themselves, a hero for their family, and a hero for our community. Our guest today is passionate about helping people connect to resources, ideas, and people to become successful. This is what I learned the very first time that I met Gae Callaway. I will tell you, this woman lives her life with her vision in full focus. Her focus is on making sure that you are able to live the life you have, and not only helping you live that life, but making sure she's a mirror for that. I am absolutely inspired by this woman every single time I see her. Now, I'm going to be talking about legal help. I'm going to be talking about financial success, and I'm going to be talking about how you have to make sure that you take care of your most valuable loved ones. How can you do that? But even more than that, our guest today has a background of starting several networking groups in our community and connecting women not only for financial success, but also for comfort in knowing that we have a social connection with each other. She has started a scholarship. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And I am just so excited for you all to hear the story of our amazing guest today. Gae Callaway, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm wonderful. I'm just so pleased and excited to be honored by you.
Gae,
thank you.
You're very welcome. In fact, I have to tell everyone, I probably just, can I just say, sometimes you're walking through life and you see people who are like moms to you and they inspire you and you didn't give yourself that title. I just see you as that person because you have this process of the way you do your work, and you have this thing called Glad Steps, and every day you post a motivational message for us to be able to follow in your Glad Steps. So Gae, I can just tell you that when we got the nomination that you are going to be a PowerUp hero, I was not surprised because you live this life as a heroic woman in our community. So I want to first of all congratulate you for being a PowerUp hero. And then I want to cheer you on for accepting our invitation for the interview today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get things started by letting everyone know, what do you do for a living, Gae?
Well, I have been an insurance broker longer than you are old. And not quite so long I've been involved with Legalshield. So I help people be financially successful by assuring that, they have assets, and then by being able to protect those assets by knowing that you have great legal help at affordably. So, I mean, that's a good word, affordably, when it comes to legal services. So that's what I do, along with still doing the networking things.
Mm-hmm. You know, I can tell you that my number one reason for knowing you is through your Blue Rose organization. And I've always known you as a networker. So, you know, the fact that you have a business that helps people with financial success is great. But, you know, your power to me is being able to connect people to the resources that they need, whether it's financial or whatever, right? Isn't that kind of, I mean, that's how I see you, Gae. Is that accurate?
That is so. And, you know, I began The Mystery of the Blue Rose in 1996. Did you realize that? When my friend died of breast cancer. And so, you know, there's so many networking things now and so many meetings. About a year ago, I stopped doing those meetings, but there's 2 scholarships that still go on. And so that's still connecting people with their passion and what they want to do. So there's 2 scholarships for women, one called Stephanie's Song at A&M, and the other is at the Coastal Bend Community Foundation called Blue Rose. And so, ladies out there, if you're listening, 35 or older female, if you know somebody that's needing some help, they're there. And as I mentioned, it's been going on since 1996.
My goodness, Gae. I mean, unbelievable. This is a true legacy that you have not only started, but you continue to champion in our community. And it's just a great honor, not only to be speaking to you, but to be hearing you just continue to have this energy and excitement on something that you started such a long time ago. That is truly an accomplishment. So we're calling you a Power Up hero, Gae. What does being a hero mean to you?
Probably looking at and doing things more for others than for yourself. I don't know that I really am into that, but I like to think I am. So that's a good thing, I guess.
So I know you do. I know you. Yes. She does, everybody. She does. And in this role of networking, I think, you know, sometimes people see the heroes and they think, wow, how awesome they did that. They're so successful. I mean, walk me through your hero's journey. Did you have any challenges along the way?
Oh, my goodness. I came here in 1987. MetLife transferred me to manage an office, and I came single, no family, I didn't know any of the MetLife people. I came from Missouri, and my job was to hire and train agents. Well, if you don't know anybody, how do you manage to do that? And so I started, I guess it was because the name of it was Networking for the 90s. So that was my first networking group. And we had speakers every couple of weeks, and somehow or another, you know, people would always manage to find us. I'd have it at different restaurants. And the same thing, that one, I didn't have speakers. It was just kind of like we do today, you know, say who you are, what you do, and then hopefully people followed up with other folks. I certainly did. That's one of the parts I see people aren't doing so much today. They may go to the networking meetings, but I don't see them following up much. So if anybody wants a tip, that's my tip to them. You know, if you meet somebody and maybe you'd like to help them, maybe it's not just what you can do for yourself, but maybe what you can figure out you can do for that person. So that would be my tip on the networking. And then, okay, so that was the beginning. And then, let's see, I guess that was pretty steady until my friend died of breast cancer, and I started the Mystery of the Blue Rose was the name of that. Most recently, I have done the Senior Care Coalition, which is a different group of people for older people. And I've done the Coastal Bend Community Foundation, which is in Portland and over the bridge the other way, bringing people together from that. Well, the challenge for that, you mentioned challenges. Of course, right now, especially on that field, seniors, that's all shut down. So obviously, that's not going to happen for a while. And then I did the Women in Business. That is with sponsors, speakers, and you've been my speaker over the years for a couple of different times. And then that money that we raise there goes to the scholarship. It was only like $5. The sponsors paid for the breakfast or the lunch, and then that money went to the scholarship. So I guess now you mentioned challenges. Since all these networking groups are going on now, which was kind of what I did, and you always need to be looking at how you are different than other people in your field. How do you stand out? What makes you different? And if that's such a normal thing now, I guess that's my challenge. What do I do next?
What I've realized is you came here, you said it was MetLife.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm realizing is that you were brought by MetLife, and correct me if I'm wrong, MetLife is a life insurance company?
Yes, well, I did all of it at one particular time, casualties, securities, all of that, the whole ball of wax, and then hiring agents and training them. And then at one point I owned it, and I retired with MetLife. I didn't retire, but I took my retirement with them in 2000 and became an independent agent. So I was still doing some for MetLife, but I was an independent agent at IC Brokerage. A few years later, another agent and I bought the agency, so I did that for a while, and then became back to being an independent agent again. And then at some point realized that my clients needed wills. Most of them didn't have it, and that's when I got involved with Legalshield to add that to the mix.
So tell me a little bit more about Legalshield. What can you do through Legalshield?
Well, it's more like what can't you do as far as legal is concerned. We have for families, for home-based business, for corporations, employee benefits, and what does it do? For the personal, it's wills, powers of attorney, living will, contracts reviewed, help if you got a traffic ticket, consult every day if you just want to know, what's my rights here, or some little thing happens if somebody's not treating you right and you need a refund. So you just pick up the phone, you have an app on the phone, and you have all help for any kind of legal issue that you have.
So let's say if I'm getting a ticket or something, can I just take a picture of the ticket and send it to you?
That's the way it works. Well, not to me.
Is that really how it works? Okay, because you said there's an app, and anytime I hear a company say that they have an app, I should be able to do business on that app. So yes, so what you're saying is, on your app, I can literally not that I get speeding tickets, y'all, I don't. I drive very safely, please, so don't come for me. Anyway, the point here is, if something did happen, I could just take a picture of the situation and then put it in the app, and an attorney will call me or something? Is that what it is?
It goes to Ross and Matthews. That's your law firm, Ross and Matthews. And then, the whole thing is to keep it off your driving record so your rates don't go up and you don't have to spend time in a class trying to do the same thing. And then your will on the app on your phone is like having, your law firm right in the palm of your hand. You can do your will right on the app on your phone. If you have an after hours or real emergency, something, is not going well and you need help right now, there is a red line on that app on your phone, and you have an attorney then.
Wow.
Pretty incredible.
That's amazing. So it's almost like a bat phone. Like you can call your hero, right? Like a Batman will show up, right? But in this case, it's Legalshield man or woman will show up on the call and help you, right?
That's the way it works. And then we do employee benefits too. You can do payroll deduction and have your own Legalshield that way.
It's interesting, Gae. So, I kind of mentioned to everybody that I've known you for a while here in Corpus Christi, but I've known you for your networking capabilities. You're so good at it. And so this is all like kind of fresh for me to hear you explain your business in this sense, because I think what I've noticed about you is, as a hero, right? You put other people on stage to share their stories and share their work. And so I think this is so interesting to hear the ins and details about the work you do for a living. This is really great to hear. It's a great service you provide.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, Gae, if you had a perfect morning, how would you wake up in the morning? Essentially, what is your morning routine like?
Pretty involved. Let's see. I wake up at 4 a.m. I go and have my coffee. Well, prepare my coffee and orange juice, take it with me in the shower. I have my coffee. And then after I've done that, I go upstairs to my computer and do my glad steps that you've been talking about. And I put it out all over the place in different, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And then I listen to Darren Daly, which is a very motivational thing, about 5 minutes every day. He's wonderful. And then John Maxwell, the leadership guru. I listen to 1 minute with Maxwell. Then sometimes I listen to, I have podcast of these same people that I listen to some of the things they do a little bit. And then I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn and doing the things that you do there. So, and then if it's perfect, I get to, and some of the things that I'm doing, I'm exercising at the same time, okay? When I'm doing Maxwell and Darren, I'm exercising. And then I go to another area where I have all these books and, motivational things, some spiritual, and so I do some of that, some journaling, that sort of thing. And then I take a walk. And usually in my walk, I'm listening to, maybe I'm doing Facebook when I take a walk. Until all of this stuff happened when I took my walk, I was reading while I walk. But now I wasn't reading when this happened, but I fell and hurt myself really bad. And so lately I haven't been walking and reading. I've just been walking. So then I get back and get ready and go do what the rest of my day should be. If I have meetings or, maybe just back to the computer when all of this stuff took place. Before this took place, I would be out going somewhere, so.
Wow, Gae.
So I've worked I've worked 4 or 5 hours by the time I get out and go somewhere.
I love it. So you wake up at 4 a.m. as well. That is amazing. Yay!
You do that too?
I do. And lately I've been waking up like at 3:45. I have no idea why. And I wake up naturally at that time. And I think people sometimes think that I'm setting my alarm and forcing myself to wake up. Now, sometimes I do have to do that. But I think once you've trained your body to go to sleep at a decent time and then wake up early, you have an uninterrupted 3 to 4 hours to just do what you want to do, right?
Right. That's what I do.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So, Gae, we all know that being a hero could be something accidental or it could be something that you work at, right? So do you believe your success of being a hero is pure luck, or do you think you've worked for it?
Well, I think we all have to have some amount of success or luck to be successful, but you have to be persistent, and whatever you believe in, you have to do something about it every day. Maybe it's just one little step to move forward. Just like me talking with you on this, all of this IT stuff has been a big learning curve for me. So you're talking about things. I mean, how I got the webcam in the first place is a whole nother story, too long for this. But understand that, and so every day I am learning something, and I keep continuing to try to do that. So, guys, if it's hard for you, don't give up. Just do one little thing a day.
I love it. And I see that in you. How long ago did you start your organization and you just keep moving with the times? You almost seem like the challenges make you stronger.
Well, I don't quit. So I guess the real key here is don't be afraid to look stupid. Just be okay with that until you learn how to do it.
Thank you for saying that, Gae, because I know I'm on a journey right now, and I've been trying to figure things out. I'm on a radio show. I have my podcast going. I did not go to school for this. So I'm just kind of going at it and just trusting that I'll figure it out. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually kind of enjoying this learning. I feel like I'm stretching myself more than I did before.
Well, I
Gae,
think you're really good at it. So whatever, you'll turn out all right no matter what. I'm convinced.
thank you. You heard it right here, y'all. Thanks, Gae. So imagine yourself 5 to 10 years from now, Gae. What do you see?
Well, if my brain and my body are still working, I will be doing the very same thing. I hope some of the areas that I want to achieve, I will have done. But I'm going to be happy with it, whether it is or not, because, the goal is not necessarily the success. It's the journey while you're doing it and hopefully enjoying it, or, not be really distressed because maybe you don't hit all those goals. I will still be doing the same thing.
I love hearing that. It means that you probably have some joy in the life you have right now.
That is true. And when, some of these really strange, how you met somebody or this person, all of those things, I had something, I won't share that here, but how I got this person's phone number was amazing. And so, yeah, that gives me joy to think somehow out there are ways that can all come together.
I love it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to share with people a few of your glad steps. And I know that you can go to gladsteps.com, or you can go on Facebook and just search Gae Callaway and then follow her on Twitter. But I want to share a few of her quotes. One of the quotes that Gae has posted on GladSteps is, have a positive clamor and pay attention to things that matter. I love that, Gae. Another one that she has posted is, let's release with action for harmony and peace. I love that. And I think that one is so relevant right now. Another one is, you are the boss and you choose your freedom of choice. Woo! I love that. I'm already fired up. No need to be nervous. No need to be nervous when your life is filled with purpose. Gae, how do you come up with all these amazing glad steps? Tell me how you do this.
It just comes up in my brain, or I've read a little sentence somewhere and kind of turn it around and make it fit.
It's perfect. And when you wake up in the morning and you hear words like, wake up with purpose, and the way it flows is just stuck, right? So like for me, when I hear the word purpose, it reminds me of seeing your smiling face. But not only that, if I'm nervous, I need to fill my life with purpose. I mean, it's rhyming. Are you a poet in another life?
No, but I do try to make them rhyme a little bit anyway.
It's fantastic. I absolutely love your glad steps, and I love that you do them. And so please continue pouring into us your glad steps.
I don't know if I ever shared where I got the word glad steps. Do you know where that comes from?
No, I do not, Gae. Thank you for bringing this up.
My mom's nickname, her name is Gladys. Her nickname was Glad. So these are steps I learned from my mama, so to speak.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. So this gladsteps.com is in honor of your mom.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your mom. Sounds like she was your hero.
Oh my goodness, what a wonderful person. Definitely my kids think she's a saint. I had her till she was almost 98 years old. So just real sharing, smart. She was great at algebra. I wasn't. So, my dad died at 52 and she lived to be 98. She managed a farm and they took care of orphans all over the world, the place she worked with. And so, she learned a lot about managing money overseas and all that kind of stuff. So she was really an incredible person.
Wow, it seems like you're living your life in her glad steps, in her footsteps. You're living your life in glad steps. Y'all can tell I'm not that. I'm not the author here, so Gae can rewrite that for me. So I'll say it perfectly next time, because I'm pretty sure we'll have you on the show again. So Gae, is there anything I haven't asked you that you would like to say?
Well, I moved here from Joplin, Missouri, long ways from home, didn't know anybody. I have a wonderful husband that I met in Corpus Christi, Texas. And, you know, if I have to drive, I'm not very good away from... Directions are not my strong suit, so if I have to go out of town, he likes to drive, so he usually takes me, so that's a good thing. It's like he doesn't think that I can do that when all these years before, even though I had trouble with directions, I still went and got there, you know. But it's nice I don't have to do that by myself anymore. My son is an engineer with Corning, and my daughter has her PhD in health psychology and behavioral medicine. So I'm real proud of both my kids. And now I feel like I have a lot of friends. I love Texas. I like being here. I like the warm weather. I am really concerned about what's happening to our world right now. So the best advice, I think, I called some of my Black friends, ask, what can I do? What are you feeling? How can I make a difference? And I think the best advice I got from Ken Johnson, one of my Legalshield heroes, said, just treat everybody like you want to be treated. And I think that is so wise. Mm-hmm. So you just, I know it would be hard if somebody's in your face being angry or whatever's going on, but if you could just remember that, and not retaliate, just say, well, how would I want somebody else to handle that? Mm-hmm. You know, it would make a world of difference. So I think we need to all be really thinking about some of those things to see if we can't help the world we're in right now.
And those words you just spoke have touched me greatly. I think the most exciting thing for me is just knowing that not only can we all, I guess, be more human, right? But we have to try to see the humanity in other people no matter what, right? So we should be the reflection of the world we want to see. I love that, Gae. Thank you so much. So Gae Callaway, how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, well, that's easy. You remember, my name is Gae Callaway, and I'm just a phone call away. So that is 361-442-4592, a call away.
Fantastic. Let's get that phone number again.
361-442-4592.
Fantastic. And I know that people can visit your website, which is gladsteps.com, y'all. You need to get on gladsteps.com and find Gae Callaway. And also, you heard her phone number right there. Gae, let's hear that phone number one more time.
Well, let me give you another website. I'd rather than, well, they can go to that one too. But the other one is Gaylord, GAELORD .wearelegalshield.com.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening to the show. This show is really and truly about inspiring you to live to your fullest, to be the best version of yourself. If you want to find out more about the Power Up hero we just interviewed, go to our podcast page, which is poweruphero.org. And if you want to tell us your story, visit poweruphero.org. We want you on the show. We want your positive attitude, and we want your commitment to being a hero in the community. Again, the website is poweruphero.org. I am so excited for you to join me on this podcast, on this journey, as we learn about all the Power Up heroes that we have in our community. People who are living their life to the fullest potential. Once again, I'm Lisa Wisner, and be sure to subscribe to Power Up Hero on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and everywhere and anywhere you tune in to podcasts. We hope you are educated, inspired, and encouraged to be a Power Up hero. Make it a powered up day.